I just built an AI agent in less than 30 minutes without knowing how to code for completely free. Hi, I'm Ishan, and this is a crazy AI agent I've just built which goes on Amazon.in, logs into my account, I gave it the password, searches for a detergent, selects a detergent, it adds it to the cart, and it then purchases it on my behalf using my Amazon Pay balance, selects the address, and makes the purchase. That is insane. This is the future of AI agents, and by the end of this video, you'll learn how to make an AI agent just like this for completely free without knowing a single thing about coding. Watch this till the end. There's so much to learn, and you can ask AI agents to do anything, book flights for you. You can ask AI agents to recommend you videos to watch on YouTube. You can literally ask AI agent to do all the things that you do yourself, done automatically for you, so that it can save you the time and the money to do it. Let me show you how it works. So to create an AI agent like this, all you need to first of all do is to install Python on your system. The technology we use today is called browser use, and the LLM we use is up to your choice. You can use DeepSeek-R1, you can also use Gemini, you can also use GPT-4o and O1 models. Depends on what you want to do. I'll show you how to do it for completely free using Gemini as well. So browser use is what we'll be using. This is a free open source GitHub repository, which will help you to create any AI agent that you want. All right, let's go down into the README section of it. And if you are getting annoyed by looking at all the code, don't worry, it's very simple and very straightforward. You don't even have to worry about anything. You can just select all the text on this website, go to chat.openai and just ask this: how do I install browser use on Mac OS, for example? And just give it all of this data, and it will tell you step by step how can you install browser use package, right? So this is a very simple way to do it. First, you need to install the latest version of Python. So you can go to Python, you can go to downloads, and you can start downloading Python on your own system. And once you install Python on your computer, you can basically close this, move it to bin, and then basically just copy this command, go to terminal, and paste this. I'll use pip3 install browser use, and it is going to install the library of browser use on my system. So it'll take a couple of seconds to install that. And now it is installed. The next step is for us to install Playwright. So we'll just copy the same text, paste it over here. Again, you don't have to worry anything about the code. Just follow the instructions and just do the things step by step. So we install Playwright. And once Playwright is downloaded, the next step is to install Web UI. So basically with browser use, Web UI is going to help you interact with browser use with a nice interface. So that's all that it really is about. So now if you can go down, you will see test with UI. You can test browser use with a UI repository. So we'll just open this with a new link. I'll make a very simple folder on my desktop. I'll just say new folder, and I'll just call it, let's say, AI agent demo. And all I have to do now is to open up my terminal, and I can use ls to look at all the items in this directory. I can do cd desktop, and I can enter desktop. And after that, I just have to say cd AI agent, and I'm inside the AI agent folder right now. And now all I have to do is to say that I want to git clone, and I'll put this link that I got from this particular repository. So I can just go to code, and I can just grab this link right here, this link that you can see. I'll just copy this, I'll put this link over here, and I want to install this repository in this particular folder. So I'll just click on enter, and it is now installed. So now if you would go here, if you would open AI agent, you would have a web UI folder inside. So we will again click on ls, and we can just say cd web UI, and now we are inside the web UI folder. Okay, so now we are pretty much done with setting this up. If you go down and look at how to start using web UI, it will say you have to first of all use UV. What is UV? I don't know. We'll just click on it and see. So UV is an extremely fast Python package and project manager written in Rust. Again, you don't need to know what that is or how that works. You basically just need to install it. So I'll just grab this link or this command. I'll put it in my terminal and I'll enter. And now I have UV installed in my system. Yup, it's good to go. So this will help us create an environment, right? So we will now copy this first command, UV VNV Python 3.11. Again, you don't need to know what that means. Just press enter. Okay, it says UV not recognized. I have to go to a new terminal and I can just say CD desktop, CD AI agent. I can do CD the web UI and I can just now say UV and this command right here. And now what will happen is it will create a environment for me to run this project. So now I have this environment activated. It says activated with this particular command. I'll just put it over here. And now I am in this environment. So as you can see, it says web UI. So we are good to go with that. We'll just go and install the requirements. So I will just put this over here. There's a requirements.txt file in this folder which got downloaded when you git cloned it. So it's just going to install all the dependencies for this project to work. So we'll let that happen. And as you can see, I have not even looked inside the folder. I have not even seen the code yet. I don't even need to do that. That's the power of using browser use and building AI agents with it. So we'll let that happen. And once that is done, we'll also just install Playwright. I think it's already installed. Yeah, it's already installed here. And now we just have to have this one command, Python web UI.py, and we'll just copy this and paste it right here. What this does is it initiates a localhost port through which we can open up our AI agent window. So now you'll be able to see browser use web UI. It'll take a couple of seconds, but then we can basically go to https:/ this particular address. So I'll just copy this. And if I paste it over here, there you go. This is browser use web UI. This will help us run any agent that we want to. So I'll close the previous windows. And this is all that you have to focus on. Let me just make it bigger. Oops, yeah. So you'll see you have multiple things over here. You have first account settings. You then have LLM configuration. This is where you will put who is the LLM provider, what is the name of the model, and the temperature, which is basically how creative you want the model to be. And then if you are using some API, then you can enter this over here. Then you have the browser settings, which you don't have to mess around with. Then you have the important place, which is called run agent. This is where you will describe what do you want this agent to really do. And once you do that, then the agent will do it on your behalf. Then you have configuration. You don't have to worry about this. And the results page is where you'll be able to see the recording of what this agent has just done. And in the final result, it will show the output. And there are some errors. If there are any, so it will show over here. Then you also have some recordings in this particular instance. But what we have to first of all do is to create a LLM provider for it. So this is the browser use part of it. The next part is picking a LLM provider. Now, you have so many of them, right? You can go to ChatGPT. You can use this API of ChatGPT. You can go to Gemini and you can use their API key. Or if you want to do something else, then you can always go to chat.deepseek.com and use the API of DeepSeek. Let's just search Google AI Studio. So we'll do that. We get Google AI Studio right here. And let's create a API key, right? So we don't want to use Gemini. We want to get the API of Gemini. So let's click on get API key. And I'll just say create API key. And I'll just use Gemini API. It'll take a couple of seconds. And now I have an API key generated and I can use this API for completely free. You can go on to LLM provider in browser use and click on Gemini. And over here, let's just use the 2.0 Flash experimental. This is a model that Gemini has launched. This is a smaller, faster model, also experimental. But we can basically just paste the API key right here and we are good to go. That's all you need. Now you can go to the run agent section and specify a task that you want it to do. Very basic thing. Let's just say go to google.com and search, let's just say DeepSeek and click enter and give me the first 5 URLs that you get. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. And I'll click on run agent and it will create a window automatically and it will do the things on my behalf. Look, my hands are here and it is doing the thing automatically. It's going to go on Google. It will analyze the CSS of Google. It will find out where is the search bar. It will then enter DeepSeek. It will then hit enter. And in some time, it will fetch the top 5 links that it sees on Google automatically without me having to do anything. This window will close and you can just go to the results tab. You can go down and you will see the top 5 links from the search that it did automatically. This is incredible. Now it might seem very lame, but you can do anything that you can think of. I said, go to amazon.in, log in into my account using email as I entered my email and password as I gave it my password, and find a, let's say 2 kg detergent and add it to the cart and order it for me using my Amazon Pay balance to the address which has, I can enter my address. I just entered my flat number and I said in the saved addresses list. This is it. This is the only prompt I entered. And with this, what it did was it was able to go, let me just grab that video to show it to you. It literally just went to Amazon, it logged in, entered the password, searched 2 kg detergent, it picked a detergent, it then added it to the cart, and it then proceeded to check out, and I had some balance in my account left, and it was able to order that using the address and just clicked on place your order. That's it. My order was placed automatically without me having to do all the things myself. This is mind-blowing. You can ask it to book flights for you. You can ask it to book movie tickets for you. You can ask it to do anything that you might want to do. This agent was made using browser use and Gemini. However, you can also use ChatGPT ka API, but that is paid. But you can use the DeepSeek model locally that is stored on your system, or you can also access the DeepSeek API. I'll show you how to do both. So if you want to use a local DeepSeek model on your computer, you can download Ollama. Ollama is basically a way for you to run any large language model on your system itself. And once you do that, you can basically just go to terminal. I'll close this. You can go to terminal and you can just say Ollama and we can install any model that we want to. So I'll just go on models. I'll go to DeepSeek-R1 and I'll ask it to install the 14 billion parameter model. So with this, I'll be able to locally run DeepSeek in my system. I showed you how to do this before in the last video, but I'll go here, I'll grab this, I'll go here and I'll paste it. And with this command, I can download the 14 billion parameter model that I need. It is recommended that you use a larger model if you want to do AI agentic work with DeepSeek stored locally. So you should do this. And once you do that, I will show you the models that I currently have. So Ollama list, and I have the 8 billion parameter model. So now that I have that, I can basically just go on to browser use. I'll have to launch this again. Sky is the limit to what you can do with AI agents. As you can see, you can book your own flights using the system that I just showed you. You can even give it a simple prompt to read your CV and find machine learning jobs, save them to a file, and even start applying for those jobs on your behalf. This is insane. Today, it is possible for you to do all of these tasks automatically. This is the power with AI agents made with browser use and Gemini. Again, with DeepSeek, you can go on to this DeepSeek model, install it, and once you have it here, let me launch browser use once again. So this is working. So I can go on to browser use, and right over here, I can go on to the LLM configuration. I have my Ollama working, so I have access to the DeepSeek model locally. So I'll just go on to Ollama, and I'll just write down DeepSeek-R1, DeepSeek-R1-8B. That's my model. And after that, I can basically just ask this agent to go on to google.com and type OpenAI and click search and give me the first URL. I'll just click on run this agent. It opens up a browser. It goes to google.com. And with just that, you'll be able to build an AI agent using DeepSeek and browser use for completely free, stored locally on your computer. So that's how you do it with DeepSeek. But let's say you want to use the DeepSeek API. In that case, you can open up Openrouter. This is basically going to help us connect with the DeepSeek-R1 API. I will quickly sign in. And once we are here, we can just go on to DeepSeek-R1. This is the free version, but I can also go to the DeepSeek-R1. I can go to the API. I can create an API key. Let's just say Ishan tries DeepSeek agent. I'll click on create. And now I should be able to create this key and paste it right in the LM configuration. So in this case, I'll just go to DeepSeek. I'll enter my API and I'll also enter my base URL. Now this base URL should basically be this, but API/v1. And with just that, I should be able to use the DeepSeek-R1 API through Openrouter on browser use to create an AI agent. That's how you create AI agents using browser use. This is incredible. The amount of stuff you can do with it without any limits is insane. OpenAI is charging you $200 to access the operator which they have created, which is similar to this, but that has so many limitations. YouTube has banned it, but you don't have to worry about it if you're using this particular setup right here. Again, I will be deleting all of these API keys, so don't try to use these. Make your own API key, especially for Openrouter. You actually have to pay for it. So for example, I have some $4 in this account so that I can use it. And this is how you are able to create any AI agent that you want with browser use and any of the LLM providers, DeepSeek, Gemini, ChatGPT. Another thing you can do is to go and set up your own AI automations with N8N. And I'll show you an example of what I mean by that. So N8N is an AI automation platform with which you can, without knowing how to code, create your own AI agents. So I'll just log in, and once that is done, you can create your own workflow. So I'll just click on create workflow. And in this is an environment where I can create a workflow that I want. I'll show you a very simple example of what I mean by this. So I'll go to create your first step and I'll just say chat. So this will have a chat trigger. Basically, whenever I will chat with it, it will be activated. And once I send a text message, I wanted to reply through a AI agent. So I'll just click here, add a node. I'll click on AI agent. This is the AI agent that we have. Now you can see three things, right? It has chat model, it has memory, it has tool. So let's first add a chat model to it. So I'll just click on plus. We'll go to the OpenAI chat model. And now I have one selected over here, which is my own credential, but let's do it from scratch. So I will go to Openrouter. I'll go to this free R1 API. I'll go on to create API key on Openrouter. Let's just say trial create. I'll copy this API key and I'll paste it right here. As for the base URL, I will basically just grab this and paste the Openrouter link over here. I'll say API/v1. I'll click on save and I will go back. And now I have to change the model ID. So if you go back to this model, it's called DeepSeek/DeepSeek-R1 free. So we'll just grab this and we'll just paste this over here. I'll go back, I'll click on save. And now once we are done setting up our chat, let's just ask it something. I'll say, hi, who are you? Let's see what it says. It'll take a couple of seconds. And in some time, we got the reply which says, hi, I'm DeepSeek, light preview and AI assistant created exclusively by Chinese company DeepSeek. So this is now working for us. And now we can add any automation that you want in it. For example, you wanted to read your emails. You wanted to reply to your emails as well. So I'll just add one node over here. I'll call it Gmail. And I can select any of these things. So I'll say get many messages. And now this is one node that I have with me right now. So I'll limit it to 5. I only want 5 emails to see at one time. And that is all that I need to do. I now have a Gmail get message node right here. So if you go over here, you have to set this up. You have to actually log in with Google for it to look at all of your Gmail account. But I have already done that so that I won't have to do again. So I'll just say, show me today's unread emails, and I'll press on enter, and you will see a problem. So it says no prompt specified. I'll go on to this. I'll look at what JSON we got. I'll copy this JSON and I'll go to define below. I'll enter this text right here. And once I do that, I will just go back and I'll say save. And now if I ask this again, it's going to go onto my Gmail and give me the top emails that I have for today, which are unread. And the best part is, using these tools, N8N or browser use, you can set up your own AI agents and use any model that is performing the best. It could be O3 Mini, which just launched by OpenAI. It could also be DeepSeek. It could also be Gemini, the 2.0 version, which we just tried out. The possibilities are endless. It just depends upon what do you want to build and what thoughts you have about how can you build stuff from scratch. That is all from me today. That's how you create AI agents without knowing how to code for completely free for less than 30 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're still watching, right in the comment section, I was till the very end. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, share this with your friends. Let me know what other videos do you want me to make. Also, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.